Welcome back, everyone. Christian Tree, bestboxingbets.com. There is a trainer on the rise. Her name is Wolfe. When my wife was watching her on the television last night, before her fighter James Kirkland took on Glenn Tapia, she said, "Is this a Marine?" Well, this is a former expert professional women's boxer. She retired with a record of 24-1 with 16 knockouts. Knowing the limited competition in the women's field, that's a fair amount of fights for a career. As a trainer, she is a disciplinarian and an extreme conditioning buff. Very much in those of you who are older fans of the sport will know in the Bojack method of conditioning, which is you just keep conditioning. There is no burnout. You keep conditioning. You know, there is this relationship that she has with her fighter. His name is James Kirkland. He plays the prodigal son on a regular basis. Now, those of you who don't know James Kirkland, you're missing one of the most exciting fighters of the last 10 years. This is a guy with no defense at all. Absolutely no defense at all. And he can hit you so hard that it'll rattle your molars. And he can knock guys out, knock guys down, beat them with a whirlwind attack or with single hard shots, always ready to get staggered. His jaw is just a little bit harder than wet cardboard. Thrilling fights. And as Max Kellerman of HBO is very good at pointing out, there is a relationship dynamic between trainer and fighter that you see from time to time. This is one of the most compelling stories that we have right now between a fighter and a trainer. When James Kirkland wanders off the reservation, he can be beaten by about everyone. When he's with Wolfe, he's exceedingly vulnerable. And Max Kellerman says he can beat everyone, he's a beast. No. He's still extremely vulnerable, but with her help, he's been able to he's been able to regain a position of contendership again and again and again and again. Now, when we look at Wolfe, she gives the right advice. She can motivate fighters. She can condition fighters. She has a lot of poise and composure, both in the training environment, the footage attests, and between rounds. So how do we reconcile that with the corner last night receiving a service failure, with her guiding James Kirkland to victory over Glenn Tapia? It's very simple. She had somebody in the corner. He was the guy with doing the bobblehead thing after the bout and seeming very pleased with the result, even though he got in the way of it. There was a guy in the corner that she was depending on to have water available and a bucket for Kirkland to spit into. Apparently, he was unaware that he had to do these things and was unprepared to do it. So here she is trying to do her business as the chief second, and her second in command was not ready to do his job. And so when you see problems like that, when you see multiple problems within the corner, you know that there are problems elsewhere, and we've seen them with James Kirkland. But I do not believe that Wolfe has anything coming down the pipe for her, except for, well, I think she's going to have many good experiences within the sport. I think she can take troubled people, turn them around, straighten them out, and make them successful fighters. And we need that type of leadership within the internal structure, especially with developing these young men and women who become our professional fighters. But last night the service failure was attested to her second not being ready in any way to do the job, and then acting with pride and stuff after the fight, as if he had done anything but a disservice in the corner. Yes, that was obnoxious, but that's not why the service failure occurred. And so we have to straighten these things out. We have to look at the specifics. Wolfe is on the rise. The corner received a service failure, but this is a lesson that she can take and make sure that she has someone. You could probably hire a 10-year-old to do that job. Here's a bucket. Here's water. They could. This person who was in the corner obviously was ill-equipped to handle these very difficult responsibilities and should be immediately removed. But Wolfe is an up-and-comer, and I appreciate the job that she does with this troubled young man. Let me know your thoughts. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. I'm Christian Shreve, and I'm here to tell you about why I think you should own my new book, Money Boxing, which is on sale now. Money Boxing has something for everyone, whether or not you know anything about boxing. You're about to receive a backstage pass into a world of glamour, corruption, and intrigue. And you're going to learn about the system, which is the only thing the casinos have had to fear in a long time. You can own Money Boxing by clicking on the link below now. I think you'll like it.